I, for one, like trees more than I like Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie. Guys, are you ready? It's freaking...
Yeah.
It's freaking boppin' time. Eating
But
gyoza.
what about
I'm so
Lydia?
excited that Snail has more HP than I do.
It's
Snail's
way
gonna
things
save the
be
world.
sometimes.
Wait, is Snail the Avatar?
Yeah, one of them.
What? What? There's more than one?
You know less than one?
You're joking, right?
I don't know. I really don't. Anything's possible when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Actually, nothing's possible.
I can't wait to cast a brand new spell on you guys.
Like what?
We're talking about?
What?
Oh.
Is it the one we were talking about?
What is it? What was
Ray
the
of
one we were
Sugar.
talking about? Oh, Ray of Sugar? No.
Uh-huh.
Is it a spell that gives Marin her hit points back?
No. It's called Squiggus Loan.
Does it loan her some squiggus?
A
that are
demon
hit
a
points?
demon shows up named Squiggus. And he makes you take out a loan. You have to make an intelligence saving throw against Squiggus. Not the caster, it's Squiggus. If you fail, you take out a loan with Squiggus, and you owe him. And he makes you pay interest. It's
Squiggus.
honestly it's one of the best spells I think in 5e. Darian, you're like the epitome of Squiggus loan.
Why?
You know, I mean, if when I envision Squiggus, I envision Darian. Squiggus the loan shark.
I am so far from being a loan shark.
Darian's ready to hand out loans to all the children, all the boys and girls.
If Squiggus is similar to Darien, I think I could get behind this Squiggus thing.
Guys, I think I would take out a loan with Squiggus.
I would take out along with Squiggus.
RT for Squiggus loans. Search by
R.I.P. that.
RIP that.
Oh, I beat that.
How do I do that? Alright. It's time to ping.
Did you not say the message?
Oh, on my way. On my way.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go put my plates in the kitchen.
Bye, gyoza.
What's for dinner?
Dinner.
It's a little tacky.
Bye, gyoza. Bye, gyoza.
Oh, sleepy.
Guys, what if I told you... What if I said those special little words? Oh! For people using D&D Beyond, if you have your... Well, I guess there's a lot of stuff you have to set up, so I don't think anyone but Caleb has it set up. But if you have a bunch of D&D Beyond stuff set up, as well as this other extension called Beyond 20,
I have
then
that.
when you roll initiative on your character
Yeah.
sheet, you can click...
Yeah.
If you click on Roll20 on your character, and then on your character sheet on Beyond, or D&D Beyond, if you click Roll Initiative, it will automatically add your initiative to the initiative tracker in Roll20.
Did it do it? It didn't do it. You lied to me.
It's because we currently don't have the initiative going.
Is it because you hate me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait! Look who it is. It's my friend.
Who
Which
is
go
it?
now?
Which one? I haven't
Well,
I haven't I haven't opened up initiative yet.
You got a lot to say. Good.
All right, Bard, are you ready? Are you ready, Freddy?
I'm
You
always
ready?
ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Is man ready?
May, are you ready?
I'm ready, but Snail needs a minute.
All right,
Oh, wait, no. Snail says he's ready.
Marin.
I'm
Marin.
arriving.
Marin's putting on her
I'm ready.
headphones right now. Marin's like, oh, I gotta put on the kitty cat ears. Oh no, this is such punishment, such torture. I hate it.
So torturous.
Punish Darian.
Arethia, you're ready?
Yeah.
All right, kids. Once Marin gives us the thumbs up, it's time to duel. It's time!
Ah.
Ah!
Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The club. Jive.
All right. Last time on Champions of Theros, the party made their way east and stopped for a night in the fortress of lists.
Was that all one day? Like one campaign session?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't. For some reason, my brain was like, that was more than one session.
I mean, you guys spent an entire session getting ready to leave. That was episode 2. Now we're on episode 4. But in episode 3, they came, stayed. They met Basarios, the captain of the whatchamacallit, the Sky Sworn, a unit of Militian hoplites, members of the Reverend Army who are stationed out here at Fort Lists. And in the middle of the night, Basarios was murdered. And seeing as the party were the most recently arrived, suspicion was drawn their way. Until Orethia was able to prove that she still had every ounce of her ability gifted by Afara, as it would have been taken away had she or anyone she known in her party had committed such a heinous deed to Basarios.
This is true.
With that, they continued their investigation, whereupon, heading outside, May looked in the sky and saw a message written in the clouds that the party was to blame for Basarius' death. They've now ran north towards the northern gate and also towards where the Hands of Justice have a kind of, it's a much smaller place, but decently sized kind of area here on the northern side of Lists, the fortress, where they were told that Eris, the supposed oracle and cleric in town, was identifying their weapons, the Path of Glory and the Javelin of Lightning. And we ended last time with the party opening up the doors. So allow me to reveal some of the area here. Boop. Boop. And
Oh
boop.
shit, yeah, I'm not taking a nap anymore. I forgot about that.
So,
Water pool.
They got a
give your
pool?
guys within like the front squares of the door, feel free to place yourselves inside. For I don't know who was leading the pack when you guys ran over here, but you guys just made it up to the leftmost door and you guys walked in, I believe, last time, whereupon you saw Eris. I'm also banning some bots in chat real quick. There we go. Where you saw Eris overworking at some of the tables here at the Hands of Justice Gathering Hall in Lists. So before we do anything crazy, of course you see Eris over there by the eastern tables. But also in here, there's a bunch of brown rectangles. Those are tables. There's also where it says plus 5 feet is where a staircase starts to go upwards. Or actually, it would be more about right here, where the staircases kind of start going upwards, you know, the black lines. And they go further up, kind of into this balcony, which I'll reveal a little bit of, that you can see up here. Doot, 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 doot. Let me reveal that, and then ding dong. There we go. So that's the area you guys can kind of see up there. So you guys have all come inside then, and this is where you want to stand?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. As you come in, you see Eris over there near the tables, cackling to herself, watching you all come in, you know, hand over her face, going, oh, ho, 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 ho. Giving a very smug look at you all. With this, May, to your top left and your top right, you detect 2 humanoid figures, unseen to the eye.
You say to my top left and my top right. For
Allow
my
me
character, I
to
would be,
ping.
I'd be like, so yeah, it'd be like here and here then ish.
Top left, right here, and top right over here.
Okay. And then, is there like a balcony up there, or are these people? Is this just like some ceiling boys?
There's a balcony up here. The stairs lead up
Okay.
to a balcony right here, you know, kind of along this edge here. That's where you see there's plus 10 feet. That means it's 10 feet above where the balcony is, kind of. There's also these doors down here, which are dotted, which means that they're below the balcony. But then there is a door up here on the balcony. There's sides rooms right here as well, inside this hall. Pool of water, statues, kind of stuff.
I guess what I'm asking, just from like the quick glances I'm coming in, I guess I couldn't like physically see the boys. Is there anything like they'd be standing on up here, like a balcony up there, or are they just like?
No. All
walls
this
and
is floor level, right? These black lines over the red is the carpet, just so you know. The red
Okay, I
lines
thought
is like
red was
it's just this like red carpet in here, this carpeted area. These black lines are the walls, and also like up here the black lines denote the balcony, and also the kind of outline the stairs here as well, you know. Yep,
Okay.
the red is just carpet.
I was envisioning like there were 2 invisible Spider-Mans up in.
Oh,
up
no,
in
no,
the
no, no,
corner
yeah,
when
yeah.
you said like top
They're-
left and top right.
Yeah, sorry about
But
that. I just meant on the
they're
map
just-
they
they're just,
were
like. I see. I get it.
right
Okay.
there and right there.
Okay. Thank you.
As she begins to laugh, she kind of points at all of you. She says, "Get them." And with that, we'll open up initiative, where I have everything from last time. How do I reset this? Remove all turns. All right, turn order. It's open.
I rolled an 8.
That's the wrong command. That's not for this.
All right, so Bard, you said 8.
Yeah, unfortunately my Beyond 20 is broken or something.
Okay, that's fine. Marin.
You can you can type
Okay.
in your own there.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in the turn. I have your names in the turn order. See if you can update it.
Heck.
I cannot.
You can't?
No.
Click on
Okay.
the number.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't.
Bard, what'd you roll?
8.
I can.
8. May. It's because you did the roll 20 thing, or the beyond
okay.
20.
I got.
50. Wait, hold on. 8 for Bard. May.
I'm double checking because I forgot how. I forgot the command for.
Exclamation point R space D20.
Okay, I'll just
You also roll with initiative
R.
since you're a ranger, right? Or
Or
is that the
I-
older version?
that's the old.
Okay.
All right,
So
I'll just take that one instead. This is an 11.
11. Marin?
18.
18. Boop. Then I will roll for Eris.
He took my shit. And I'm exhausted.
That's tough.
Get them.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh.
Which means I'm going to cast like a spiritual weapon, which is just Marin again. And beat the shit out of her with myself. But from afar.
All right. We've got the turn order all set up. Does it look good to everyone? I think there's a thing I can click to ascending, or I need to do descending.
Yeah.
I like how get them is an initiative count.
Yeah, you don't know who's supposed to get them, but they're going slow.
Who could it be?
Get
All
them,
right.
and then she acts first.
So first up is going to be Orethia.
I forget, am I still on Georgia Peach or did I dismount?
I don't know if you would have been able to ride Georgia Peach in through the door.
Okay. So I am not mounted.
Yeah.
So, Eris, what is the meaning of this? And I step here.
Mm-hmm.
And I step here.
Okay.
Step here.
As you step there, nothing.
Okay.
Nice.
So 1, 2, 3. 20, 25, 30, 35 feet.
Okay.
My normal movement. And
Everyone, eyes over here. Eyes over here.
1, 2,
I
3,
had
eyes on me.
everything perfectly placed, you bizarre.
What are you doing, Orethia?
I'm wondering.
That's good.
That's
Mhm.
It's a
free
good thing
action.
to do on your turn.
I'm wondering.
I think what I do here is action dash. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 gets me there.
Okay.
And I
She's going straight
do
forward.
not have a bonus action.
Don't you have like the Shield of Faith or something that gives you a little AC boost?
Oh,
Yep.
Shield of Faith is a bonus action.
And it requires concentration.
I'm concentrating
And a spell
on you.
slot.
I see.
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Oh, also in the room, the one thing that's not labeled is these orange circles. Those are just like torches. Light
I wish I
sources.
was a torch.
Up next, Marin.
Uh,
All right, everyone.
Sorry, I
Everyone focus on
accidentally-
Marin.
I added to my attributes and abilities sexy, but I don't know how to take it out.
Wait, hold on. We can have that appear on your character.
Yeah, no. I was like, did it work?
Is
Player
that just like
permission.
is
Visible
that
to
just like
everyone.
a tattoo that Marin has?
Wait,
No,
wait,
I
add.
was just like, I thought it'd be silly, and now I can't take it out.
There you go. 1 out of 1.
1 out of 1 sexy.
You know how people get like tattoos in Mandarin and they'll think it means courage or something, but it really just means like Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Maybe before you learn common, you just got sexy tattooed on your arm.
In common. Oh no. I don't get it.
Man, fucking
Darian
means
has
strength.
Darian has the one sexy, one use of sexy.
I've got 1 sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What if I hold person on Eris?
What are the rules of hold person?
Choose a humanoid I can see within range, and the range is 60 feet. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw to be paralyzed for the duration.
So wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, wait, hang on. Does she go next? Is that stupid? She does go next. That
She
would
does
be
go
stupid.
next. Well, it's not
She,
stupid if she fails.
yeah, she would.
She
Mary would
also
stop her from
loses her
moving.
turn, right? Because she has to use her action, or is
yeah,
it like at the end
yeah.
of her turn?
At the end of her turn.
So she
you
loses
can-
her entire turn if you did that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I cast hold person.
All right. So I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Let's see.
Why is it not casting it?
Eris succeeds.
Are you okay? What'd she get? Do you mind if I ask?
I can't tell you, but she succeeded.
Okay. Well that's an action.
Yep. As
bonus
you tried to
action.
take hold of her, right, and paralyze her, it seemed to be ineffective.
Bonus action spiritual weapon.
All right. So you summon spiritual weapon within 30 feet of you, or 60? 60
I'm
feet.
trying to, yeah. So I want to put it right here. I can move too if you need me to.
Where do you want to put it?
Like right here.
Okay. Can you drag another Marin onto the onto the map? You might be able to.
How do I do that?
May, you were doing it earlier.
Yeah. Do you have the bar on your right?
Mm-hmm.
There
Go
should
to
be
the
like
top,
a
there's
journal.
one that'll say journals if you hover over it. Then there'll be a drop down for characters, and you just drag your character over. Like,
Journals.
boop.
Yeah.
Bar to my right. It doesn't have names on it. Characters. And I can just take a Marin.
Yeah, just,
you just
drag
drag a
and
Marin.
drop Marin.
There.
Okay.
There she is. Can
Nice.
you guys see her?
I can. And then you're gonna make an attack?
Yep.
Alright, roll to hit. Roll to hit with disadvantage as well.
Why? Well, I physically cannot get a worse than that, so I crit failed.
Crit failed? Okay.
Now I need to figure out why the fuck this isn't working. Alright, that's my action and my bonus action, so I'm done.
No movement?
I don't want to move.
Alright. Next up is Eris. At the start of Eris's turn, you see her pull out that wand she was holding from underneath her cloak. Aretha, you're close enough to see that this wand she pulls out is made of what looks to be pure gold and is beset with many, many, many colorful little baubles and gems. For those wondering what it looks like on the Discord, in general.
That's fancy.
Looks like candy.
Then
Looks like one of those weird Christmas ornaments where you don't know where you got it.
Eris is going to move, as she laughs, she moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up these stairs. Actually, she'll go like 25, 30, and she's kind of like on the edge of the banister here, climbing up the stairs. And she's going to point the wand down at you, Orethia. I will now roll a D100. Where's my other? I'm blind. There it is.
I think I'm
Orethia.
enlarged.
You see as Eris shrinks. Actually, wait. Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Wait,
Yeah. You see her. You see her start to shrink down the stairs.
Would I get an opportunity attack with the?
No, spiritual weapon
Spiritual?
doesn't get opportunity attack.
That's silly.
I can't
So
shrink.
she targeted me. I'm the creature that was targeted.
Yep, she targeted you, and you see her shrinking to size small. I tried
Awesome.
to make her smaller, but D&D Beyond's like, no.
No.
So just everyone know she's small. She probably has about 3/4 cover behind this banister now because she has shrunk like behind it pretty much.
Could we make her small the same way we made Marin sexy?
Give her 1 out of 1.
There
on.
are
Small.
emblems.
Yeah. I'll add a thing to her.
I'll have to get
we'll
rid
do-
of my sexy.
We'll do this. Ah. Anything else Eris will do? Because that was her action. No. That's all from Eris. Up next, May.
Okay. So I believe I saw the them to here and here that she was talking to when I came in. So I'm going to come over here and throw one of my poison darts at this first whatever it is that I sensed here.
You would know they're within 5 feet of you, right here.
Oh. So I'm okay, I'm within melee of them. Alright,
Yep.
then I'll just pull out my short sword and jab a boy.
Alright.
I don't
Make
have
an
the
attack
ska
roll.
sword, so it's just a regular one.
Do you not have the Ska sword?
I loaned that to Arethia because
Oh,
she
that's
no
right.
longer
That's
had a
right.
magical weapon.
Yep. Alright. Roll a regular attack as you can see them with your blind sight.
I did that right, and that's a natural 20, right?
You crit?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it
did
is
crit,
safe.
and it is a
Hold
legitimate
on.
crit.
I open up the Rolex.
It's a real one.
1d 20, 20. That is a crit. Roll
So-
damage.
That is 12 points of damage.
12 points
From
of
that
damage.
stab.
Alright. As you do that, you hear a ah from that space. And the party sees some blood start to spill right here. Oh, whoops, I was pinging on the GM overlay. Boop, right here. Right to the left of that red carpet.
Then I'll shift over, and if it's still up, I'll
Yep,
hit it
it's still
again.
standing.
All right. Here comes number 2. That's a 16 to hit.
A 16 does not hit.
16 doesn't hit. Uh-oh.
Damn.
Well, then Snail is going to, would the other one be, like, here?
As Snail tries to move there, they bump into someone.
Snail also has blind sight.
Oh, right, yeah. So right,
Snakiness.
let me ping where they are. Once again, right here to the right of Marin.
All right, so Snail's gonna come
Oh,
around
also
to here
Snail.
then.
Snail has blind sight, right?
Yeah.
Right above where Snail is currently standing, about 5 to 10 feet in the air, Snail detects something flying.
5 to 10
Invisible.
feet in the air.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think
well,
Snail can share that information with you without or whatever, but
Probably
he might
not.
be able to like point up at it, right? Like, oh, psst.
He's got exactly 2 ends to point with, and I gotta say, one of them's gonna be busy biting this boy
Yep.
as a bonus action snail bite.
All right. Roll to hit.
Snail has a +6. That's an 18 for snail to hit.
18 hits. Roll damage. As
Yeah.
Snail sinks their fangs into this invisible foe.
That was 1d6. I have
One
the opposite problem with that
DD.
one. There we go. 11. 11 points of damage, and then if it's of a size that snail can wrap around it, snail's going to grapple it.
What was the damage?
11.
Okay, let me... Something I should have done for this other one is I need to make a concentration save for both of them. So the first one you attacked, after you hit him with the first attack, makes a successful con save. But the second one
Wasn't expecting to be bitten by a snake.
also succeeds. But Snake with Blind Sense can wrap around them.
Right, so that has happened, and that is my turn. I'm going to tell my party, there's invisible stuff around. I think that's the them.
Thinks that's the them. As Bard and Marin, you can see blood pouring kind of onto the red carpet here and onto the stone to the left. Can you guys see this ping when I do it over here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So I have the map pulled up as a DM and as a player, and I was just making sure I could ping on the player one as well. All right, good stuff. That's it.
That's it.
Up next, Bard.
All right, boss. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what's after it? If I move past man like that, is there like
Where do you want
how
to
does
move?
that work? I'd like to move this way towards.
I can't see.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
there you
wanna
go.
Move... Yeah, so if I want to like move past and like go over here, can I do that?
You could walk past Marin, but not through.
So I would have to go like this.
Yeah. Or you go 5. Here, let's see if I can do this.
5, 10,
Yeah, 5, 10, 15,
15,
20,
20,
25, 30.
30.
You could make
35,
it.
40.
Yeah, you could
Like
make it
that?
there. However, you will take 1 opportunity attack.
I don't know if I want to do this yet. I do want to do that. I will take the attack of opportunity.
All right, as you rush past, before you can do anything, I believe that is a 8 to hit, which will not hit you.
That's correct.
All right.
All right. So she is small, partially covered. If I recall correctly, you did not say she put away her wand, right?
Correct.
So am I able to see it?
The wand?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
She pointed it at Aretha, and then she shrunk behind the stairs.
And she's 3/4 covered?
Pretty much, yeah. You can kind of see, like, the top of her head, not the wand.
Not the wand?
Mm-hmm.
Why
You can
not?
hold something until you see the wand.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to hold heat metal that I'm going to use on the wand as soon as I'm able to see it.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I have a range of 60 on that, and right now I am at like 55, 60.
Okay. Sounds
Alright.
good.
That is my hold action.
Up next, get them May. they attack you regularly since you can see them.
Mhm.
The first one right next to you makes an attack of 14 to hit.
No.
Alright. As that happens, though, allow me to move them to the token layer. As you
I wish I was a
see
token.
a soldier appear. You guys can all see it, right?
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure. And they are going to attack you again. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright. You take... Oh, actually, as they appear, what you see is this hoplite is wielding a shield and the Javelin of Lightning. As
Hey.
they stab you with the Javelin. It deals 4 piercing damage.
That's weird.
They then make a third and final attack, which is an 8, which will not hit you.
Are they on the same level
Yes.
as
Yes.
me? Okay.
Yes. The red is carpet. The red outlines carpet.
Yeah. I was just making sure.
This one right here, this boy, right above, they are all on the same level as you. The only time elevation changes is if you were to stand on a table, climb the statue, or climb the stairs where, you know, you move up to 5 feet after going up the stairs here, and then up here, you see that it's 10 feet higher in elevation.
Okay. Sweet.
Up next, Snail is going to take an attack. Actually, because Snail is grappled onto the person, right?
Yeah, that doesn't impose like disadvantage or anything.
Yeah,
It's
they're just grappled.
Yeah.
The first attack is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that might do it.
They, Aretha, you had the Path of Glory was a what again?
It was
A war pick?
a D8. Yeah, basically a war pick. A D8
Yeah.
piercing.
Okay. Snail takes 1 plus. I'm not using my good dice today, and it's amazing how well it just shows. Snail takes 4 piercing damage.
I mean, have you ever
As-
tried to stab a snake? It's hard.
As
Is Snail Nyxborn?
not currently.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't think you activated their thing.
No, they're not. They're not.
So
starry right now.
they can be Nyxborn, but they're not Nyxborn.
No, I should have activated that before we came in if I was thinking on it, but
Well-
instead I was poisoning.
Snail technically
would've
is
taken-
Nyxborn. However, their Starry Cloak isn't on. However,
And they're not attuned to it.
well, you don't have to tune to the Path of Glory. But
Oh.
Snail does not seem to take this extra damage.
Okay.
Maybe for reasons of the wrong person is wielding it.
Yeah.
As you see a hoplite appear, wielding the Path of Glory. And then you can also on the thing you can update the healths of characters if you guys want. Guys, how much did Snail just take?
Snail took 4. I will update that on here.
Okay. And then
to
you
match
took
the sheet.
like 5 or something.
Yeah, I can't access the snail one.
Really? Hold on. Snail. Let me go over to Snail's journal real quick because I thought I set it to be
Oh
edited.
no, there we go.
Can be
I got
edited
it.
and controlled by May. Yeah, you should be good.
Got it. All right, there we go.
All right, health's updated. Good stuff.
Yep.
That's their first attack as they pull it back and go for one more attack on Snail. That is that is a 7 to hit.
No.
They either roll high or 1 or 2. That's the only choices on this dice. And those are their attacks there. Marin at the top of the stairs, you start to see two motes of cold energy hurtle towards you. Does a... God, that's awful. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
Does
Also, I am
a...
resistant to cold.
Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Alright, you take 3 cold damage, rounded down to 1, as you see 2 big beams of frost hurtling towards you. One of them you're able to, easily dodge, and the other one strikes. And until the start of the person shooting you's next turn, your speed is reduced by 10 feet. So allow me to reveal these real quick. Lair, token lair, token lair, boop. As you see 2 hoplites with their hands stretched out towards you on top of the stairs. Next,
All right.
Orethia, you don't have any way of sensing invisible creatures, right?
Nope.
Okay. That is a 23.
Attack against me?
A 23 to hit against you.
Yeah, that hits me.
Alright. You
Riley,
take...
Did you decide you were done with the campaign?
What do you mean? You take 9 piercing damage, and from directly to your right, where Marin's spiritual weapon was, you see appear... Boop, a hoplite, wielding a regular javelin and a shield.
Lame.
So we've got quite a few people here. And I think... Oh yeah, he makes another attack against you, since he's just using the javelin. That's a... that is a 15.
Nope.
And a 16.
Nope.
Alright. As he makes 3 quick attacks against you, all of which miss. Actually, no, 1 hit. Sorry. And then if you want, you can update your health on your character on the board.
Yeah, I do that.
It just helps me keep track of stuff, especially for some things that I have in this encounter that may come up. That is get them. Top of the round, Orethia.
Are these divine judgment dudes, or are they different?
These are the Hands of Justice members. Or at least they seem to be to you, as they're all wearing the Hands of Justice uniform, right?
I will use the Ska Blade, the Ska Sword, to make 2 attacks against this guy. It's like, you are out of your league. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, I heard the roll.
First one is going to be a 9 to hit.
A 9 does not hit.
And then the second one...
25! 25 hits.
I'll deal 6 piercing damage, and as a bonus action, I will cast Shield of Faith.
Alright.
And then I'll move here.
Okay. Nice. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Up next, Marin.
Can I try to take the javelin from him?
Let's see. So there's disarm, but that's like I know Battle Masters can disarm, but there's a lot of things in the game that are like, oh, you can
You can take a disarm action, but the disarm maneuver uses
Maneuver's
an attack
different.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me.
Maybe
What?
you get the superiority die.
What are some? Do you guys have any recommendations for good disarm rules? Is it just like you make a athletics?
I think you-
it's contested athletics.
All right, so you can. So first, we'll see if you can like grapple
Let me.
the javelin.
Would that be contested athletics?
That would be athletics. Your athletics against their acrobatics or athletics.
And I would have to deal with my exhaustion, right? Disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes.
What if instead I... how tall are the ceilings in this place?
How tall are the ceilings?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. So up here in like the lofted
Are they
area,
big
it's
enough
10
to-
feet up. And then
they-
above 10 feet, I'd say it's about 20 feet, or maybe 20 to 30 feet inside in this bottom part, and then 20 feet up here.
Hmm. So call lightning wouldn't work. It's not tall enough.
Attack must make an attack roll.
What would happen if you managed to grab the javelin and then say its command word? Would it just turn into lightning in his hand?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to... Let me see something. Where's the...
Today
How
in
do I
D&D,
do-
Marin is the tired.
How do I... Is this... Okay, alright. So, let's see. If I did it from here...
Water pool.
So is there... 40-foot radius.
Water pool. 40 feet.
That would... Okay. How far are these boys? Oh, perfect. I might cast Fleet Storm right here, and it would get 40-foot radius. Get
40 foot radius storm. Let me open it up real quick just to check on
well.
it.
Actually,
Sleet?
you know what? That's I changed my mind. I am just going to Warhammer the fuck out of this dude with my
Javelin.
yeah, because I want that back.
Okay.
That would be her first.
Also, just so you know, your cantrips deal 2 dice worth of damage now. In case
They
you
do?
want to do that. Yeah, you guys are level 5, right? So
don't
fighters,
remember
the fighters
reading
have
that.
extra attack. All of your cantrips say at 5th level, you roll 2 dice for damage now. So if you have like
Oh, it does add that.
if you have what's sacred sacred flame, he makes a dex save or takes 2d8 radiant.
Okay. Has the guy that holds my javelin, has he been hurt yet? I think he has.
Yes, he has been stabbed.
I'm going to Toll the Dead.
All right. He makes a wisdom save on Toll the Dead, correct?
Yep.
Oh, that is a 13.
Does not make it. He takes 2d12 damage.
Nice.
Uh,
13 necrotic damage, right?
Yep.
All right. That drops him to ba ba ba. Wait, 13. Yeah. There we go.
And I wouldn't have had to move for that, so I might just pull her back
Mhm.
since I'm not grappling. But bonus action, I can move the spiritual weapon 30 feet, right? Is that what it is?
20 feet? Or is it 30?
It is 20 feet. You can move at 20 feet and make an attack.
As a bonus action.
Yeah. And so 5, 10, 15, 20.
I will say as you're moving it, I think as a general rule for spiritual weapon, you have to be able to see the person, or else you're just kind of swinging into their general direction, right? Or I guess you can see the top of her head, anyways. probably
Yeah,
from where you are.
You said she has 3/4 coverage, but
Yeah,
that's still
pretty
a
much.
fourth.
So you know where she is, so you can use your spiritual weapon.
Would I roll with disadvantage though?
No, this time you're actually rolling regularly.
Okay.
The last time you rolled with disadvantage, it seemed like your friend, the copy of you, struck something in midair, possibly something invisible it was on top of.
Oh. Well,
Ooh.
I crit failed the second time with this.
as
That's
you
so odd.
swing in, the spiritual
I've
weapon
rolled 4
just
times
misses.
and twice they've been crit fails.
It takes a little
Yeah.
chunk out of the banister up there, though.
All right.
Does
Well,
it
that's
reveal her?
No,
Or did,
it does not reveal her
Aw,
wand.
Come on.
Show me a wand.
Hey, baby.
It be beginner's your wand.
Is
That's
that
it. I don't
everything,
want to
Mary?
move. Yeah.
Okay. Up next, Eris is going to move 5, 10, 15,
Oh,
and then no one can see her anymore, but then you see her pop up here for 20 as she whips out her wand again.
ah.
That looks like it's within your range.
Yeah, that's within range.
So as she pulls
Get
out the wand
up.
above, you're going to, as a reaction, cast heat metal, right?
Yeah, get fucked. Yep.
All right. Any creature in contact with it takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell, right?
Yeah.
So roll fire damage.
Two ones. Get a 2 damage.
2 damage.
Do you think
Yeah,
she should roll
it's
for whether or not she drops it?
well,
does.
I have things for that.
Okay.
She seems to be kind of unfazed as it starts burning in her grasp. And then you can use a bonus action on your subsequent turns to deal the damage again. If they're taking damage from it, they must make a Constitution saving throw or drop it. So she makes a Constitution saving throw. Succeeds.
Damn.
As she just kind of starts laughing maniacally as it glows red hot in her hand. And she's going to point it down again at Aerithia.
Ooh.
Let's see. 1, 2. Alright. Aerithia, what are you... You said you had the Ska sword on you, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. The targeted creature must make a DC... Okay, make a Constitution saving throw for me. What was it? I can't see it at the second.
It was a 12.
12. Alright. Your legs begin to turn to stone as she points it at
Oh.
you.
Not again!
While restrained in this way, the target must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, or becoming petrified on a failure, or ending the effect on a success.
So am I restrained right now?
You are restrained. As your legs and I guess pieces of your arms also, start to turn to stone. However, the weapon you're wielding right now, is that the Ska sword? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
As this petrification begins, the Ska sword in your hand starts to turn a very, very brilliant shade of green. As this happens, the stone breaks away from anywhere up on your upper half, only leaving your legs in stone for the moment. So you are no longer restrained, you are only grappled, I guess.
Okay.
Or is there another effect where it's like, oh, they just can't move, but yeah. I think it's just you're grappled by the stone.
Okay.
As basically you feel a rush of this natural energy flowing through your arms into your torso, but not making it down towards your feet.
Mm.
Um,
Incredible.
That is Eris's action. And they do not have a bonus action. Up next, May. May, on your turn, you see Snail grappling the soldier and kind of pointing up. Right over here. Right above Snail. They're kind of eyeing.
Alright. I will get to that in a second because this guy seems to want to die.
Yep.
So first I'm gonna stab him.
Alright. Make an attack. Actually,
That's
2 attacks.
That's well, I can space him out depending whether he goes down or not between me and Snail and do
Yeah.
fun stuff. So that's a 17 to hit.
A 17 just bounces off his shield.
I'll swing again then. Plus. That's a
21
to hit.
hits. Roll damage.
And that's 6 points of damage.
Alright. As you deal that damage, the hoplite starts to look very, very confused and kind of starts reaching at his head, leaving him open. Anything else you'd like to do?
Javelin.
If he's like reaching up at his head,
Yeah, he has
I'm
the
gonna-
javelin and the shield, and he's like holding his head with both of his hands, with those in them still.
I'm gonna try to take a step away back to here.
Mm-hmm. He does
Let's see if
not
he swings
try
at me.
to swing out at you as you're moving away.
And I'm gonna like come over to here. I've got blind sense of 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to get to a point where I can sense whatever Snail is pointing at.
Yep. As you stepped 1 to your right, you sensed something flying right above this space, above Snail.
Okay. I'm going to throw one of my poisoned darts at it.
Yep. And
As
you
my
don't
bonus
have
action.
you roll regularly
Alright.
since it's not invisible to you technically.
Let's...
Blind sense.
That's a 20 total.
20. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Alright, since this is the where's my page for this is the basic poison, I think you make a con save.
Okay.
I believe the DC is 10 for it. Yep, DC 10.
9.
Hey.
They fail.
Alright, so this is going to do 2d4 plus 6 combined damage then.
This isn't a magical attack, right? Just a regular dart?
This is just a regular dart with some poison splashed on it.
Okay.
Everything combined is a 10 total.
10 total. Alright, let me click on them. As you throw that dart, you see this kind of purple like liquid start to pour and pool down at the base of that statue there. But nothing appears. As now the dart kind of just floats inside of them in midair. But yeah, they're still invisible. Actually, are they? Let me check real quick. Oh, they make a con save. Duh. 15 con save. That works. All right, still invisible.
All right. I'm going to shout out 2 new pieces of information to my party. Another one here. I think if you hit them enough, they snap out of whatever's happening. And that's my turn. And Snail's turn.
Okay, up next is Bard.
I
Bard?
see your spell focus.
Yep, you currently see her spell focus up there, her wand, as she's pointing it down. And then, because you're currently concentrating on heat metal, you can cause it to burn as a bonus action on your turn.
If I do that as a bonus action, will she have to do the save and throw thing again? That make her drop it or throw it?
Yes.
Okay.
Every
Cool,
time
I'm
you deal
on-
the damage, they make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Alright, that's going to change my plans a little bit. So that takes concentration. I can only concentrate on one thing at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, in that case, I am just going to cast. If I do Vicious Mockery, that doesn't take away from my concentration.
Vicious Mockery is not a concentration spell.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so then in that case, I am going to mock the fuck out of her. I say, hey yo, bitch! Guess what? I'm a fucking oracle and I'm better than you!
All right. She makes a wisdom save, right?
Yep, 14.
She passes with a 20.
Fine. Alright. Alright, and then my bonus action is going to be the heat metal.
All right. Rolled 2d8, and she will make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn. Alright, she's taking 11 damage.
All right. Let me
Where'd you
mark
roll
that
it?
down.
I rolled a 4 and a 7.
Where?
On my D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing I could do.
Are
Yeah,
we
you
all
have to
rolling with a
right-click it.
different dice roller?
No, you and I are rolling with the same.
Okay, I thought you might be rolling in person.
I might. If I get another crit fail, I might switch to in person.
We would all be on different ones then.
All right. As
Right.
as you see the wand burning in her hand, she still just is holding on to it, cackling
Fuck
away.
her. I'm just going to keep dealing damage to her then. She can take that
Oh.
bone damage. I don't care.
Riley, would an 18 have passed that save?
Which save?
The petrification save.
The petrification save?
Well, I have advantage on saves against magical effects.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say.
Oh,
that
as
I
a
failed
as a
it.
satyr.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I failed it that time, and then what just happened happened. but
Okay.
I'll have advantage on future saves.
Yeah, it is a magical effect that hit you. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bard, any movement?
Oh god, that's something I might want to do, isn't it?
You've got 40 feet.
Yeah, I do have
And
40
two arms.
feet.
Bard, I need you to know this. You have arms.
I am going to go right. If I move here, can I still see her? If I go right here?
Yeah.
Can-
The pool of water there isn't like tall at all. It's just like a small thing, where people could sit next to.
Alright, well, I'm going to look inside that pool and see if there's any friends there.
As you look in, it just seems like there's a lot of coins in the pool of water. Or many different colored stones.
Interesting.
Lots of people.
Coins
stepped
or
in
stones or
Zodiac.
both?
Both.
Okay. Question for you. So when I use it as a bonus action, does that take a spell slot as well?
No. You're concentrating on the spell.
Good.
Yep.
Good. Alright, continue.
And that's everything you wanted to do? That's all your movement?
That's all my movement, that's all my bonus action, that's all my action.
Alright. Up next, Get Them. Get Them is going to, let's see. So this one right here is going to... they're going to make a save. That is a beep beep boop. Okay. This one you see on their turn continues to just kind of, at this point they're kind of like yelling in pain as they're holding their head. This one next to Marin and Snail is going to attack out at Snail using the Path of Glory again. Does a 14 hit, Snail?
14 misses.
All right.
Snail's got
That
snail
is
armor.
a 12, so 12 won't hit either. As this grappled guy just kind of stabs out and misses again. At the top of the stairs, you see the two casters again. This time, one of them's going to shoot at Marin, and one of them's going to shoot at May. For Marin, that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And
okay.
for
Does that
May,
mean,
that is a 10 to hit.
is it another freeze blast though? I can't remember what you said happens at their turn with the freeze blasting and my movement.
So, last turn you had minus 10 movement speed because you
Yeah.
got hit by it. And that is
Yeah.
what is happening again, as they both cast Ray of Frost at you and May.
Eh.
It misses May, as she's moving very quickly. But for Marin, you take 5 cold damage, which is reduced to 2. But you have
Like,
lost 10 movement speed.
So I'm down to. Am I down to 10 speed total?
No.
Okay.
You're-
It
you-
doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't
because
stack.
it only lasts until their next turn, and now it's their next turn. So last turn you
cool.
had minus 10 speed, and now on your next turn you'll have minus 10 movement speed.
Cool. I was like, damn, if that stacks, I'm.
However, if you
Fuck.
did get hit by 3 Ray of Frosts, their speed would be reduced by 10 for each of them, I think. I think it might stack.
Oh god.
So you're lucky both of them didn't hit you last turn, even though you didn't move. Alright, and then lastly, right over by Orethia, this one's going to strike out at you again with their javelin. The first one is a 7 to hit,
No.
a 18 to hit,
No.
and a 24 to hit.
That one will hit.
Alright. They deal 5 piercing damage.
Okay, I'll make a concentration check. I will lose concentration of Shield of Faith.
Okay.
And how much damage did they deal?
They dealt 5 piercing, since only the one javelin attack hit.
Oh, you have to hit enter.
Alright.
I did that, yeah.
And that is all 5 of the get thems. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So next up, Orethia.
Do I contest this as an action or at the end of my turn?
Let me take a look. While restrained this way, which is basically you're not restrained, you're just grappled.
Yeah.
The target must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn.
Okay. So while I'm biding time, I'm gonna make 2 attacks.
All right.
A 10 and a 7.
A 10 and a 7 will not hit,
Okay.
as it's kind of hard to reach the enemy, right, with your legs locked in place. You're used to using a war pick, not a short sword.
I'll go ahead and use a 2nd level spell slot to cast Spiritual Weapon up here.
Okay. And you can drag
not
just
getting
a
away
clone
from
of
me.
yourself. Or, what does your spiritual weapon look like? You've never cast it, right?
It's a visage of Afara.
Alright.
Actually, no, it's a hoplite with a shield of Afara, and then the Path of Glory.
Nice. Okay.
Just a small one.
And you're gonna attack Eris?
Yeah.
All right, attack regularly. No advantage or disadvantage.
That's the damage. Okay.
That's a 5 for damage. Actually, spiritual weapon adds your spellcasting.
All right, I miss.
Okay. As you all see this hoplite appear next to Eris and strike out, but she's able to dodge.
This is not my fight.
Not mine
I
either.
will make a Constitution saving throw at the end of my turn with advantage. 22.
Nice. All right. Up next.
I didn't.
Oh yeah,
the scope I
22.
needed.
So, with the 22, you're able to break your legs free from their petrification, and you are no
Nice.
longer grappled by it.
You're able to break your legs.
I get stanky with it.
Marin.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like to this guy. I'm gonna be like, give me that javelin. What does
Mhm.
he say? Does he do it?
He's still just
Is it-
yelling. He doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you, as if he can't even like hear you.
Okay. Can I just take it?
You'd have to move over to him, yeah.
Yoink.
As you step away, the hoplite behind you goes, "Where are you going?"
I mean, he's grappled.
He is
You can
grappled,
still
so he
attack.
can't move.
Yeah.
That is a 15 to hit you.
I just wink at him. Nothing happens.
He lurches
That's
out
your
at
one
you,
card from Sexy.
and
That's my one
Snail
sexy
pulls him
point.
back. All right, you're over next to him.
I just try to take it.
All right. So as your action, as you reach out to him, you're able to get a hold of the javelin, as it's easy to grab. And as you pull it away, there's no resistance.
I get my javelin back. Am I sure that it is the javelin of lightning and it's not like, or my bident?
This definitely looks like your bident.
Looks or is?
Definitely looks like your bident. You can definitely feel the lightning and the Keranos. You definitely feel pretty zapped up right now. It looks just like the bident of lightning. May
You're
the
not
may the
saying
power of Keranos compel you.
it. Riley.
You
Correct.
just-
He is not saying what you want him to say, but he is saying what he is saying.
All right. Well, that was my action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action. My fake me floats up 20 feet and moves 5 feet and is now going to try to hit her again.
All right.
Wait, 10 feet, 5 feet. Can she move here and get flanking or not?
No, they cannot flank.
Oh, okay.
They are
Well, then she
spiritual
can stay there.
weapons.
Damn.
Damn.
Let's see if she fucking hits this time.
Nothing involving a roll has hit this bitch. It's only been heat metal.
Ah! Okay, I didn't hit her.
What'd you
Unless
roll?
It's
What'd you roll?
12.
12 doesn't hit.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm aware.
Good stuff.
This is not crit though.
Anything else? Any more movement you want to do?
Yeah, now that I have it.
You moved 5, 10,
Yoink.
15. You can move one more if you want.
Yoink.
20. There we go. And that's where you'll end your turn.
Yeah.
Up next, Eris. Bada bing, bada boom, Bard.
Hi.
You're burning her hands up, and she's going to point her wand at you.
Ooh, sexy.
As she points the wand. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah! Ooh! Woo!
Did you crit?
She pays back your fire in kind, casting
Does she
fireball
fireball? God
centered
damn it.
on you, Bard. Allow me to
At
roll.
least you're not around anyone else, I guess.
I am. Oh.
I don't know if the water's gonna save you.
It's not even close enough to get that hoplite. It's just Bard. It's a Bard-centric fireball.
That
I'm
is
so sorry.
that is 22. Actually, make a dex save. You have to make a dex save against fireball. Sorry. Also, I
Ew.
forgot to roll one more dice. Okay.
No, you don't
Ah!
need that dice.
No, I don't think you do.
17.
17 succeeds. Right?
Okay.
So what happens now?
Hold on, let me check.
Now
Yeah,
you might
17
not die.
succeeds. You take 25 fire damage, halved, which is 12. As you're
Oh,
able
yeah,
to
baby.
deftly get down towards the water, where, you know, much cooler, much nicer. But now that pool of water is completely dried up.
Does it create steam? A
Yes.
fog cloud, perhaps?
We will say now there is a large cloud of just steam for the next turn, centered on the water pool.
Which I am in.
Yes, so you are now unable to see
Let's see.
as you are inside this cloud of fog.
But she
Or
can't
steam.
see me. Right?
I mean, she might think you're dead, considering she just bombarded you.
I have a plan.
All right. She doesn't have any bonus actions, but actually, she's just gonna stay. Yeah, she'll stay where she is. Up next, May,
So Bard just exploded in a giant ball of flames.
and you do not see Bard.
That's a problem for someone to deal with, but not me. There's an invisible thing. That is a me problem. I'm going to throw another poison dart at it.
All right, roll to hit.
That's a 10 to hit.
10 misses as you feel it dodge out of the way of your dart as the dart strikes the statue.
And I'll throw my other dart. Actually, how close to snail is this thing?
It's probably about 5 feet. We'll say it's currently 5 feet, so directly above snail.
Alright, I'll just throw another dart. I'll throw another dart.
Okay.
That one's better. That's an 18 to hit.
All right, they'll make a Constitution save.
Yep.
They get a 21.
Yeah, that might do it.
Roll damage.
So they just take 8 points of damage.
All right. As that happens, you see something very interesting happen. As directly above Snail, boop, you see a demonic being appear. What seems to be what players would know as an imp. Appears as it
Sim?
falls to the ground, and its corpse lies there, and kind of just starts burning up into these flames of starry light.
All right.
As
That's another
that
one down.
happens, the hoplite to the left of Snail grabs at his head as well and begins screaming. After a second, the left and right hoplites appear. Both are unconscious.
All right.
Also, this guy doesn't have the javelin, so boop. We'll just say X.
Okay.
He's there. They're uncoochie. And now the Path of Glory is in in Snail's grasp.
Yeah. So as a bonus action, I'm going to command Snail or ask Snail to grab that Path of Glory. And just start slithering on this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. At this point, Snail would see or just feel, I guess,
Detect.
Bard in the steam there.
Yep. Snail
But I
now
wouldn't
knows Bard is alive.
I wouldn't know nothing about that. And then I'm guessing there's probably more impos around, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, if when I get to here, do I sense anything around? Or-
No. You don't sense anything.
All right, I'll just keep my short sword out and come 25, 30 to there.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Up next, Bard.
All right. Well, we're going to start with invisibility.
All right, you cast invisibility on yourself. Because you're casting invisibility, your heat metal is ended, I believe,
Yes.
because now you're concentrating on that.
I think it would have ended anyways because I lost visibility.
You don't need visibility. You just need
You
to
just need
see it
visibility.
originally, and then it stays.
Did you make a concentration check when you took damage?
Oh,
I
true.
didn't make a concentration. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm now concentrating on this.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm invisible, and I'm going to sneak 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
All right.
And then my bonus action, I am going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Just so you know, when you cast a spell or attack, invisibility ends.
Oh, I do. Okay. Well, then I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
You could do that before invisibility.
You could,
Can
if
I
you
do a
wanted
bonus
to.
action? Can I do a bonus action first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case,
You could have
That's what I
also,
did.
if you still had heat metal, you could have heat metaled first and then cast invisibility.
no, I'm going to do Healing Word.
Okay, so healing word, then invisibility.
Yes.
All right, what level?
Great. So let's see. I am down 12, 2d4. So I'm going to cast it at. Let's do second level. Oh, the Dulcimer. Does it take any spell slots?
Your Dulcimer, the magic one,
Yeah.
it lets you cast those spells using spell slots.
Oh, well then what is invisibility?
Invisibility is a second level spell.
Alright, well then I'm going to cast Healing Word at first level then.
Okay.
Give me a second. It's not letting me roll stuff right now.
1d4 plus spellcasting modifier.
Wow, it really doesn't want me to do that. Alright.
All right, everyone, whip out the real dice.
Wait, did it?
Hey, there you go.
You-
5.
That works. 5. Alright.
You're up to 31.
Alright, and that's going to end my turn.
Okay. Up next is Get Them. The 2 down here have been knocked unconscious. The 2 up here, this one is going to put both of his hands out towards May. And he's going to cast Color Spray at second level. Boop. Let me see what the save is. Color Spray.
I think it's just you roll above my hit points, like sleep.
Yes. Correct. So I roll 8d10. And it's a cone, I believe, of 15 feet. So that doesn't include anyone else. So they're setting off a flashbang right in your face. Let's roll.
Surprise, it's not gonna do anything for you.
10, 11, 14, 16, 22, 26, 26, 30, 36.
That does it.
That is the 8 dice. 36 targets you, right?
Yep. 36 is
Um,
bigger than 35.
Starting with the creature with the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this is blinded until the end of your next turn. So you're now you're now blind by this hoplite.
It's like solar flare in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
All right. So to mimic this, I can still like sense just out to a range of 10 feet because of my blind sight. So I'm just gonna zoom in really far on the map. I'm at 200% if anybody
Yeah.
else wants to come on in and see what that's like for me.
Then that hoplite that just attacked you is going to move out of your range.
Well, I'm gonna stab him.
All right. You don't do this with disadvantage.
That's 15 to hit.
15. 15 just misses because they don't have shields.
Beans. Oh well.
And they just got that. They they got that armor. Then the one right up here, or actually he's going to move 5, 10, 15. And then this one's going to move back 5. As that one is going to cast... Cloud of
Hello.
Daggers on you.
On who? Me? What?
On May.
Oh, okay.
May, the air around you in a 5-foot cube, centered on you, is filled with spinning daggers. A creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time in turn, or it starts its turn there. Okay, so at the start of your turn, you take 44 slashing damage.
Huh.
As there is now a cloud of daggers right there.
My eyes. Why does it smell like daggers around me?
Concentration 1 minute. Okay, it's you can't see, but just a bunch of daggers have appeared around you. Like, what the fuck?
It can't even scare you because you're just like, man, it smells like metal.
What
Metal.
spell was this?
Maybe the flashbang was helpful.
There you go. That's those two. Aretha, the one next to you, is going to strike out 3 times again. 17 to hit.
That does not hit. You're looking at 20 AC.
16 and an 18. So none of those hit with his spear, as this hoplite seems to get much more frustrated as you're easily just like block. I think that's all of the get them. So up next, Aretha. Oops, I just drew a
Alright.
box.
I'm gonna
Guys,
immediately
don't look
use
at
my
it.
bonus action to attack again with
Spiritual weapon.
Yep. That will hit. I have like a +7.
Yep, that hits. Actually, 26 is just off. No.
And I will deal.
Is that 1?
Why is it only
one-
rolling 1d8?
Yeah, it should add your
One-
spellcasting
Yeah,
modifier.
So that's 5 damage.
Okay. Allow me to update that. They take 5
Oh, there's the
damage
damage.
as the radiant hits them. Yeah. Alright. Or actually, no, it's force, right?
It's 5 force damage. Yes.
Yeah, force damage, not radiant. Alright. That hits.
This guy has taken no damage because I have. Oh no, I've hit him once. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
I'm
hit
going
him for
to-
7.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks again.
Mhm.
Say bug off. 21 to hit and a miss, so 6 piercing damage, and I will leave his range.
Alright. He takes 6, which drops him to boogada bwap. There we go. And as you leave his range, he makes 1 javelin attack against you. 23.
That will hit.
He deals 9 piercing.
Wow.
He max rolled on the damage. And you're just moving 10 feet right now.
I moved 10. 5 up here.
Yep. So it's 15.
20. That's like 30 feet to get here, and then 35.
Okay.
Because I'm also going up.
Yep. All right. That's it.
So that's it.
Marion.
Oh.
You just saw a giant, blinding, just spray of light at May, and as she's now covered in daggers.
They didn't hit me again, so I have 30 feet, yeah?
Yep, you're back to normal.
5, 10, 15. It's a 5-foot cube, right?
Yep. You can walk around
20.
it.
30?
Yeah.
Or what I want to do.
Do you want to go
I
through
wanna-
the knives?
No.
Okay.
I want to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
And I want to cast it 3rd level.
Third level
actually,
Thunder
no,
Wave.
wait. 3rd level Thunder Wave, I am going to go here. Because then I'm going to get bitch ass over here, too. Right?
Let's see. Thunder Wave range is self in a 15-foot cube.
Right, okay.
So the cube has to emanate from you. And it's
Yeah.
15. It's a 3x3 square.
So I'd get both these boys. This one and this one.
Yep. And you're just gonna do like this area here. That way you're not inside that area. Oh wait, is it not showing my thing? No, it shows.
No, it is. It
Sure
is.
it is.
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I was.
Well, I was looking at
I-
my other one and it wasn't showing on my player screen. I'm like, what the heck? What the
I might
frick?
actually just cast it on 2nd level.
Second
Or
level?
1st level.
First level?
1st level.
You want to
I
deal
think.
1d8?
It says 2d8.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at higher levels. You add an extra 1d8. Yep. 2d8
Yeah.
thunder.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that.
They all make
Make sure-
Constitution saving throws.
Uh-huh.
The closest hoplite to you rolls
It's a DC
a
16.
7.
Nope.
The one that just blinded May rolls a 20.
Oh, okay. Then he'll take half as much damage, but the one that didn't succeed is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
So I will roll 2d8.
Allow me to grab them. They go 5, 10. And do
I
they
got
take?
an
They
11
don't.
damage.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is
half.
pushed. On a successful save, it's halved. Right?
but
Yeah.
doesn't get pushed. Yeah.
Okay. So what was the
11
total?
and 11 total.
11 total. All right. So they take 11. And then this guy takes half, which is going to be 5.
It's the cloud of daggers concentration.
Yes, it is. So I'll
Make
update
that
that
go away.
here in a second. He'll make a Constitution saving throw of a 5. So the daggers do disappear.
And now for my bonus action, I swear to God, I'm gonna 5, 10, so that if I ever want to get to her, I can just look right through where my other Marin is. Fucking.
Oh
please
yeah.
hit.
Okay.
Please hit.
And then
I don't hit.
Ooh.
a 9 to hit. 9 does not hit.
So upset.
Wait, isn't it 9 like plus your spellcasting? stuff?
Yeah,
Shit,
it's 9
don't you
plus
add plus
spellcasting.
8?
9 plus 8.
Yeah.
That's
I would have hit a lot of
what
times.
what is that? 17?
Yes.
Yeah.
17 hits.
Oh shit.
Hey.
I would've
My
hit
plus 8
some-
modifier.
I
My
forgot.
wisdom. Wait, because you have
Jesus
20
Christ.
wisdom, right?
Yeah.
And then you have plus 3 proficiency. Yeah. There you go.
Well.
Now we
I'm
know.
just an idiot. That's all it is.
Roll the d8
I'm
force
You're wise.
damage.
Stupid. I'm so stupid.
Nah.
Yeah, you're low intelligence, high wisdom. That's what we're
7.
here for.
7 damage I do to her. If she's
Nice.
got any concentration up, she should also take a
She's
issue
not
with that.
concentrating.
She should be concentrating on how fucked she is.
You don't know if she's concentrating.
She's fucked, is what she is. She's gonna die.
All right. As you finally give her a good old gut punch, she goes, "Ooh." Minecraft, or not Minecraft, Roblox. Oof.
Oof.
Is that everything you wanted to do?
Yep, I moved, I casted, and I made her fight.
Up next, Eris. On Eris's turn, we see the giant cloud of steam dissipate as she no longer sees. No longer sees. I believe.
Bard.
Yep, no longer sees Bard. I was just making sure she didn't have any, like, wild stuff going on. Alright. She's going to, seeing Aretha running up the stairs at her. Also, Aretha, you would notice this. She's floating in air right now. As you can kind of see over the banister. She's just kind of standing on the air. And boop. Eris is going to boop, jump down on the ground. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over to here. And is going to target. She's going to target Aretha again over here.
Yeah.
She's looking to her left where she's running. She can't see past those dudes. All right. She points the wand. How many times have we done this? This is the 4th time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not infinite. That's a Oh. As she points at you, the entire banister. Actually, not the banister. Huh. Aretha,
Something wrong?
right below you. You see how there's tables down there, right?
Yeah.
The table right beneath you disappears.
Oh.
Why do I feel like this one is just metronome?
And Eris
A wild magic wand.
Eris ends her turn. She points
Okay.
at you, and then the table beneath you goes boop. Goodbye. May.
All right, so
Daggers appeared. There's no more daggers.
yeah, from my
You're
perspective,
still
I
blind.
got flashbanged. Daggers appeared around me. Marin showed up. There was an explosion, and the daggers went away. Also, I tried to stab a guy.
Yeah.
All right, I still have my screen zoomed in, very far. So I'll
It's
actually
true.
let you. I'll let you take control of this because like I wouldn't be able to see anything. I don't know exactly.
You know where
people
they
are right now.
ran, and you can see
I
that
know.
there's the walls around you.
I know where they ran, but like I don't know the broader battle map as a whole.
You could
Snail
have
was
me
gonna
guide
try
you.
to bring the path of glory to Aretha, and failing that, probably just try to like stab someone with it in his own special way. So I'll let you determine as my bonus action. I'm gonna like ask him to keep on doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna be because I can't see it. I don't know where
Mhm.
anyone is.
But for your
Are you
turn,
communicating telepathically or like shouting?
Keep going, Snail.
yeah. May doesn't know what Snail's doing, but Snail
I don't know what
does.
Snail's doing. I need my bonus action to let him do it though, so I'm just gonna tell him to do his best.
All right. And so then for
That's
your
what Snail's
turn,
up to.
for your
For
turn,
my turn, I'm going to.
you can
run
now,
over.
as you move into that
here.
space, you see there is another flying imp, about 5 feet in the air, right above this hoplite.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my longbow because
Mhm.
I'm out of poison darts and I'm sick of this shit, and I'm just gonna shoot him twice.
All right. Make 2 attacks. Actually, make the first attack, and roll damage.
That's 26 to hit.
26 hits. Roll damage. This is also your magic longbow, right?
Yes.
All right.
That's 8 damage.
For 8 damage, you see the imp appear and die as its body burns up. Fish, fish, fish,
All right.
fish, fish, fish. Oof. As that happens, this hoplite right here starts to grab at his head. This one does not.
This one's still looking aggressive, or
Yeah.
I guess not looking, but appearing aggressive.
Yeah. This one's still
Alright.
appearing aggressive, but the one that has taken a bit of damage is starting to grasp at his head.
All right, I'm gonna shoot the one that is still appearing aggressive then.
Yeah.
That's a natural 19, 27 to hit.
27 hits. Roll damage.
And that's 10 points of damage.
All right, 10 points.
And that's all that I can see or do.
Yep.
Snail's gonna do something.
Yep. So first,
I guess I'll zoom out now so I can see
yeah,
what's
first
going on here. What is Snail
the
doing?
hoplite that you just hit, he also begins to grab at his head as he starts to yell. These guys aren't unconscious yet, though. Snail is going... He has 30 movement speed, right?
Yep.
5, 10...
He could use his action to dash
15,
if he'd like,
20.
though, or to attack. Up to him.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60? I think Snail can run over to there. To the bottom of the stairs.
I just really like this idea that
Boogada, boogada, boogada,
'cause,
boogada, boogada, boogada.
that it's a sword that Sam's carrying, right?
No,
It's a spear.
it's a spear.
Yeah, so this massive snail, or a snail, this massive
It's in his
snake,
teeth. His teeth
Yeah, it's in
hers.
his mouth.
He's
It's
gonna
just-
eject it like a
just
cannon.
it's just like
Ah,
the legendary dog with sword in Pokemon, except for it's a giant snake.
It is. Part of me was hoping Snail would go for a stab at somebody with it, but I'm okay with this.
Can you
This is
imagine a big
A-okay.
snake just fucking
Trying to
Come.
stab you. It's like crab with knife, but
It really
worse.
is.
All right.
Yeah, that's
So I think that's everything for your turn.
Yep.
Bard, you're invisible.
So I realized, man, fucking everything's gone up there, and I can't fucking catch this bitch. She keeps moving away from me, which is kind of rude. So I am actually going to move.
80
Here?
feet with a dash action.
You know, I thought about that, but if I do 80 feet, I can get up to like here, and that's not what I'm about. So I'm gonna actually go here while
You're
I'm
gonna run
still
all the way
invisible.
back.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you-
actually
are you
running back.
Sure.
Okay.
I am sure. Because here's my plan. I'm invisible. If she tries to fucking leave, she won't expect me.
I just mean the math on 80 feet of movement.
I gotta go upstairs also. So it's an
Okay.
extra, like, yeah, puts me about there.
Climbing up the stairs wouldn't be like difficult terrain.
No, but it's an extra 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, 10 feet upwards.
So I'm actually, I see her going towards the center, and I'm like, she might try to leave. So while I'm invisible, I'm going to use this opportunity to get ready to catch her. So I'm holding my main action that if she runs down here, I am going to tackle her.
Okay, so you're gonna make a like grapple attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Up next, Get Them. On the Get Them's turns, Tweedledee and Tweedledum are knocked unconscious. So we will mark them. Boop. Go ahead.
Is this person unconscious?
No.
they've just been hanging out. Okay.
They were fighting Orethia, and they might do that again.
I saw Arethia's table go away, and they're like, "What?"
This thing? Actually, I should delete that. Hold on.
They don't have an easy way to get to me now. They have to go through Snail.
Yeah, they can't
Yeah,
just
now
jump
let's
on the
fuck 'em
table.
up.
Whoop. That table's not there anymore. What the hell happened?
This feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh battle. My Wand of the Many deletes the table under your monster, lowering its attack point by 300.
He's going to go 5, 10,
With my table gone, I don't have an easy escape route.
15,
I'll have to
20,
think carefully about my next
30
move.
next to Snail. And he's going to attack Snail. Actually, he sees Snail carrying the Path of Glory. And he sees Orethia, who he's supposed to be fighting. And he's going to go 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, I guess. Or somewhere up here.
Back.
Yeah, we'll say he's right here. He uses the dash action to run up to you. Can Snail do opportunity attacks?
Snail can do opportunity attacks.
Would you like to
Get
do one
fucked.
as Snail?
Yeah, Snail's
sure
gonna
Snail
try to
would.
stab him.
Stab him with the Path of Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Snail's proficient with it.
No.
Yeah, it's a +1.
It's a +1 weapon.
So hold on, this would probably be strength. Snail's strength
Isn't
is +2.
Snail's doesn't Snail have like a slam attack? Where he
Snail
goes-
does
he
have
bodies?
a slam attack, but I'm gonna be honest, this is way more fun to me.
He's slamming them with the Path of Glory.
He whacks him with the haft of it. instead of
3 plus
stabbing them.
3, 6. Does
Yeah,
not
that's not
hit.
gonna do it. So Snail's not great with stabbing, so he'll keep that in mind for the future.
He was like, "I could try it."
I
He
mean,
gave it a shot.
it's not impossible.
Right? That's
Also,
that.
on the get them turn, may I draw your attention up here to the top right door?
Yeah.
Where? Boogada,
Aw,
boogada,
Do people
boogada,
jump in?
boogada, 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 boogada. The clopping of hooves. As
The
you see
Laguna
a
Tribe
centaur appear. You guys would remember from last time. Boop, 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 boop. Someone
We can't see them,
mentioned.
by the way. There they are.
Yeah, I just moved them. They're to the right. As you guys might remember that the heiress did like a boy who was a centaur. Or I think
Yeah.
she kind of alluded to it to Orethian Bard. As the centaur runs in, he goes, "Eris, I'll help you!" As then he's gonna go 5, 10, poof, poof, as he runs. Actually, he's not gonna worry about Snail, so he's gonna dash as well and go. Put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up. And seeing as everyone's blocking his way, he's like, "Move!" And he's going to make just a like what does he have? He's a
bonus
hammer.
action.
Bonus action. Yell.
He has his hoofs. Like if
Yeah,
he
he
moves.
can hooves.
Yeah. What's that again? I don't have the centaur pulled up.
So I got it. Well, it depends. You want to charge or do you want to hooves?
Charge.
Charge.
If you want to charge, that's going to take a full action, I believe.
Oh yeah, if it's a full action, then I think he's just done.
Let me
Are you
check.
sure?
Well, there's hooves and then there's charge. So
Like after you
charge-
move 20 feet in a straight line.
if you move at least 30 feet in a straight
Okay.
line towards the target
Which is pretty
and
much
hit it
what
with
he
a
did.
melee weapon attack on the
Yeah.
same
Okay.
turn.
Melee weapon.
Okay.
Okay. So nothing there as that centaur
wanna
starts
use
to run up,
hooves?
leaving it open. Is that a bonus action?
Hooves is just a natural melee weapon. that
Right.
you
So
can
that's an
use.
action.
They
Okay.
used their action to dash.
Yeah, he dashed in. You can see him like,
Charge is a
panting.
bonus action.
but you have to hit with an attack.
Yeah.
And then some get them stuff happens behind the scenes. Yeah. Get them. And I think that's everything. Boop. Up next, Aerithia. The centaur has just
Nice.
burst in. You also see Snail that was just ran past, carrying the Path of Glory. And a hoplite to the right of you has charged in.
Okay, start my turn. Draw. Looks like things have turned around for me. I've drawn exactly what I needed. I summon contractor Dave that built my parents' house. I can build a new table with this. And I'm going to make an attack against the hoplite to get off my case.
A 16 just misses.
Is that 16 plus your stuff?
It's 16 plus 7.
Oh, well, there you go. That hits. Yeah, 25. Or 22. 23?
And I'll deal another 5 force damage to it.
Alright. He takes 5 force damage.
As I will move here.
Alright. As you're moving there, you'll take 2 op attacks.
Yep.
The first one from the hoplite is a 17.
Nope.
And the one from the centaur who's running in with his hammer is less than the other one. So they both miss. As he runs up and you're like, yeet!
I have just enough to get here.
Actually move yourself back to where you just moved 10 feet.
I move 5 feet here.
Yep. And then were you moving from there?
Yep.
You're just moving straight? As you try to move straight through there, this spot right here, you bump into something.
So
and you hear a,
I
ugh!
cannot move.
As you bump into them. So you try and go that way, and you feel that you can't go through that. But you could go around.
Okay. Well, then I don't have enough. I'd have to go 10. And I can get here, and that's not enough room.
Mm-hmm.
Or not close enough. Then, as an action, I'll use Lay on Hands myself for 15.
Alright. Good play. And that's everything?
Yep.
Alright. Up next, Marin.
It's my turn.
It's me!
So, these two are on the ground, yeah?
No.
Yes, they are unconscious on the ground.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30.
I'm going to throw my javelin of lightning using the command word.
Oopla!
I'm gonna throw it straight at Snail.
Darian, shout the
No.
command word.
Well, no, because
Do
snail is
it!
below.
It's true.
You're gonna arc it down.
No.
it's a lightning. It goes straight. Lightning's
Are
unaffected
you
by
saying
gravity.
that lightning isn't affected
Energy
by
isn't
gravity?
affected by gravity. I learned this once.
What is the energy being carried through?
Caleb, heat rises.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It arcs upwards.
It's a DC 16 saving throw, yeah? Because it should be the same as all of my other DCs.
No.
own
The javelin
DC.
has its own.
Okay.
Your
yeah,
info
it
doc
says
might
13.
say
It
13.
says 13.
So she makes
Okay,
a DC 13. Or no, she doesn't make the saving
I have
throw.
to hit first.
Right, you're hitting her.
Yeah.
And if it hits her, then she takes the lightning and the javelin damage. But if it misses her, then she has to make a dex save.
Yeah. Okay, make a dex save.
A crit fail. The dex save is a 12.
Okay. Okay, so 4d6 lightning damage. No, well, I have to roll that and then you take half as much.
No, she takes the full thing. She failed the dex save.
Oh,
She rolled a 12 instead of a 13, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
So she failed by
Man.
1.
So annoying. 18.
Darian
Eight-
with the crit fails today.
Fuck.
She
Man.
takes 18.
Yeah, 18 lightning damage. And
Nice.
then is it the Yeah, it'll
yeah.
reappear in my hand.
Okay. The
I've
bolt
used
of
the
lightning flies across the hall, shooting through Eris, and then it flies back to your hand.
And is this the centaur man?
That is the centaur man.
But this is Air's 5, 10, 15, 20. Get fucked.
Bonus action.
I keep trying to use the Rolex from Jake's channel. Alright, so it's a 17 plus 8.
A 17 plus 8 hits. Roll damage.
I think it's a d8 plus 5. I'll double check.
A d8 plus 5 force damage is what you do. Now, Darian, that is what you do. That is what you're going to do.
She also takes 7 damage.
7 force damage. That. Ooh, whoops. Nice. All right, yeah. You've hit her twice, and her cackling has stopped. She is looking much more perturbed now. Anything else?
She's looking perturbed, but like in the same. Does she look the same kind of confused as the other people did? Or...
No.
No, she just looks angry.
She
Alright,
looks
well, that's...
angry.
Yeah, no, I moved and I threw, so I'm good.
Okay. Up next is Eris, who is going to move up here. Points their wand at Marin, scowling. She says, "I knew I should have dealt with you in that dream." As she points the wand. Married. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Bzz, bzz. Let me do a quickie. Let me look up this spell. Ding 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 ding. Make
He's casting
a
Power Word.
dexterity saving throw.
Which it says ability things are with disadvantage with exhaustion, right?
I don't know if saving throws are affected by.
No, saving
that.
throws are different than ability checks.
Yeah, so
Okay,
you do
cool.
this regularly, unless you have something that gives you a bonus.
Well, yeah, I was just looking. I don't think I do.
All right,
Yeah, so I'll just roll.
hit them
dex.
with
Oh,
that.
God.
Whoa.
My dex is a -1. 18.
18.
Ooh.
The
You
tip.
dodged the disintegration.
The tip of the wand turns into a streak of lightning that shoots straight through you. I must now roll for lightning bolt. 1, 2, 7, 13, 16, 21, 22, 27 halved is 13 lightning damage to you, Marin.
She's not within 5 feet, so I can't Wrath of Storm her.
Everyone's staying out of Marin's range. There's no storm.
So 13, you said.
13
damage.
lightning damage to you.
Got it.
Eris will then use her movement, and she will climb on top of the banister and jump down 10 feet below. But it's more like 15 feet. What are the falling rules? Is it if it's
For every 10 feet.
Yes, for every 10 feet. So she takes some bludgeoning damage as she kind of lands on her feet, which isn't healthy for you. All right, that's the damage she takes. Wait a second. There we go. Boop, boop. As she jumps down, however, after hitting you with that lightning bolt, she begins to laugh again. Anyone who can see her, you start to see her form start to shift and change, as instead of this young woman in her place, an ugly hag appears.
Gross.
I don't know how to change the picture easily.
Is
So-
she still like 3 feet tall?
She is still small. She is still reduced. As you see the tiny hag appear and jump down. Let me see. I'm just gonna set this off to the side. And then this is the new thing. So that was like 5, 10, 25, and then they're gonna move 30 underneath the platform. So just know that she's underneath you guys right now. Everyone got that? Say aye.
I
I don't think falling takes movement. I think it just happens up to like 500 feet a turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you're jumping, that costs movement.
Yeah. We'll say she
But-
kind of like jumped up and then, hopped down. So it still takes time on your turn. Especially because she's small.
I'm sorry. I'm a little. Can you repeat it one more time? I'm
So-
sorry.
She jumped off of the banister because you guys are 10
Yeah.
feet up in this room.
Yeah.
She jumped off and then she moved underneath where you guys are.
Okay.
So she's no longer
So
on the
she's
same
the hag.
elevation. Yes, you see a small hag take the place as her Eris's features, her entire form changes. However, you don't see this because you can't see her as she lands. Arethia and Bard probably could,
Yeah.
Alright.
and
sounds good.
Snail.
What does Horseboy have anything to say?
Horse boy?
It's not his turn
he's
yet.
a centaur. He's not riding the horse. Fuck, I'm sorry.
That's why it's a centaur token.
Listen.
Up
I don't
next,
know what happened to me. All I
May.
remember was clop clop clop.
All right. I didn't see that, but
You
I
saw
know
a tiny
she went down
Eris
there.
jump. Yeah.
and all I know is I'm out of invisible stuff in my immediate vicinity to shoot.
You're also
There's
not
other
blind
stuff,
anymore.
Yeah, I'm not blind anymore, which means I'm also gonna jump down,
All right.
and I'll do like
see. I
I'll do like I'll do like a sweet roll as I land, but I'll still probably take some bludgeoning.
Or you could jump on the table and you'd be fine.
I'll jump on a table, sure.
All right.
Do a little table jump.
Blade landing.
Blade.
I hope this isn't one of those blink tables and it stays. And then
Also, I
I'm
think
going
we're
to-
how many is this like turn 6, I think?
That was the sixth one?
Yeah, I think that was the 6th turn. So your guys' spiritual weapons will last for I think they last for like 10 rounds, so you're fine.
Yeah.
So I'm down there. I'm just going to shoot you hag twice.
You hag. With
You
your magic
hag.
bow.
Yeah, with my magic bow. First one is a 16 total to hit.
16 misses.
Okay.
As she kind of slaps the air out of the way.
With my second
Surprisingly
one-
strong.
With my second one, I will draw a piece of my walloping ammunition, and I will fire that.
All right.
Oh, that's a natural one.
No! The walloping ammo just strays a little high and ends up hitting the banister up there.
All right, and bonus action. 20.
The adrenaline.
Is there any way? Is there any way Snail could get to Aretha, or is there just too much stuff and boys in the way?
Those guys have already used all their reactions, so Snail could sneak past the Centaur. Let me... So it'd be... Bonus action, 5, 10, 15, 20,
25.
25, 30.
Yeah.
Could probably
We'll get
make it
him
all the way
there.
there.
And then Snail will
Regurgitate.
Snail will drop the spear and will now that he senses this boy here in front of Aretha,
Yep, he
it'll be at-
senses this invisible guy. Yep.
yeah. It'll be at disadvantage because there's something within melee of him, or I guess they've already used the reactions, or I don't know if it works that way. Snail's going to just Ray of Sickness it, so it opens its mouth and its fangs hinge forward, and just a bolt of green kind of poison energy streaks out of its mouth, kind of
What
like
save
a
do I
cobra
make?
spitting venom. That is I think it's a con save for this. Oh wait, no, I make an attack roll.
Oh, okay, just attack roll.
Yeah. Is it at disadvantage since Snail is within 5 feet of a combatant?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We'll play by the 5e rule, yeah. Actually, isn't it if you try and shoot someone that's within 5 feet? Let's play with that.
If there's a
It's
hostile
either.
creature within
Oh.
5 feet of you,
Okay.
Um,
We'll say because they use their reactions already, right? Snail kind of sneaks underneath them and is fine.
Okay. So it's 1d20 plus 5. That's 15 to hit.
A 15 will just miss.
Ooh.
As this ray of it's ray of sickness, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But roll. Actually, don't roll again.
Don't.
The ray of
Don't do it.
sickness does stop just in midair behind it, though, as Snail's kind of like shooting, and it misses. You see it hit something, or Snail does. But that's all.
Well, that is my turn.
All right, up next, Bard.
All right. A couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
That is the
thing?
door that is up. These dotted ones are the doors that are below.
All
So
right,
there are
this
two
is a
doors
wall
below.
underneath.
This black line is the wall. The red
Cool.
line is just carpet.
Good enough. All right. So if I were to run at her
Mm-hmm.
and push her against the wall, is that too much of a distance?
That is the wall's 15 feet away.
I am not good with numbers. Is that too much of a distance?
5? What do you mean too much of a distance?
Like if I want to pin her against the wall
5,
and
10, 15.
use that as an advantage.
So you could
to
run
grapple
up to her, grapple her, and then you could
Yeah.
move her, but you'd be moving at half speed. So you'd go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, I don't get advantage
grapple.
from that.
35. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna run up here and tackle her to the ground. Now, I should be stealthy because I have my Hushers of Zephyrs,
Mhm.
so she shouldn't be able to hear me. Do I?
You
And
get
she
your
can't.
you
see me.
attack with advantage.
Yeah. All right, tackle her to the ground.
All right. Are you using your centaur feature then?
The charge.
Yep.
Can I still like try to restrain her if I do that?
You can make a grapple attack against her.
So what's the difference? Can I restrain her, or is that different than grappling?
Restraining someone requires you to grapple them first, typically. You actually have to be
Okay.
holding on to someone in order to restrain them.
Okay. So then with the grapple, so in order to do charge, I would have to hit her with my dagger.
You'd have to make a melee
requires
attack.
A melee weapon attack, which means I'd have to use my dagger. Can I still do a grapple with the dagger?
Your grapple, you would have no weapons in your hands. You'd be just trying to grab them with like one, or you'd be grabbing them with one of your hands, right? Because grappling is an attack. It's a special attack that you make using your attack
Okay.
action.
So if I did the charge, that would mean that if I did the charge, I'd be hitting them with the hooves, so I wouldn't really be grappling them anymore if I hit them with my hooves. I don't think. Would
But
I?
your charge knocks them over, right?
No.
No?
Not necessarily. No.
If you want to risk it, you could charge, hit them, and then bonus action grapple. Or wait, no, you couldn't. It has to be
You
with
can't
moves.
bonus action
Never mind.
grapple.
So I don't think I want to charge then. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, you move 30 feet straight forward, make a melee weapon attack, and then you immediately follow that attack with a bonus action where you make one attack with your hooves.
Yes. And I can do all that and still grapple them?
No.
Alright, I want to grapple them. I do not want them going anywhere.
Okay, and just so you know, grapple is an athletics check you have to make.
The heck?
That was Caleb, I think.
That was me. Yeah, sorry.
So you would like to run up to them and grapple them, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you move yourself up towards them,
Boom. Sneak attack.
and you will make an athletics check contested by either their acrobatics or athletics.
Do I get advantage because I'm sneaky?
Yes. Make your athletics check with advantage.
Okay. 15.
12.
Get fucked.
So you now have the hag grappled as
Alright.
their size small.
Yeah, oh, shit, yeah,
Their
you're right.
movement speed is now 0.
Since they're so small, you could just move them and pin them up against the wall. It wouldn't hinder your movement at all, I don't think.
Well, yeah,
If they're
because their
size smaller.
because their size small, dragging them around doesn't take half your movement. So you
Well,
could
they're like
you
a
could move
baby.
them. You have 5 more feet of movement that you can use.
I thought I had 10 more feet. I only moved 30
Or
feet.
sorry, yeah, you have 10. That's right.
So then I could move them and
5,
push them
10.
against that wall so they can't fucking go anywhere.
I mean, you would be pushing them against the wall. That is correct.
They already can't go anywhere because you're holding them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they try to get out of my grapple, if I have them pinned against the wall, do they have disadvantage then?
They wouldn't have disadvantage if you're just pushing them against the wall. If you knocked them prone on the ground by shoving them,
They just can't.
then
get
they would
up.
be prone and restrained.
I will also throw this out there. If you push them against the wall, you're taking them farther away from the rest of us, too.
Yeah, you could pull them out into the water pool where your allies
that's what I
can
was
see them.
thinking. I'm just going to go bloop, and pull them right here and hold on to them.
All right.
Do I need to move it though? At this
5,
point,
10.
I go, hey yo guys, it's a fucking hag. And then I end my turn.
It's a freaking hag, guys.
So Eris jumps down, and then Invisible Bard becomes visible and pulls out this monstrosity.
I mean, technically,
What is
I don't
this?
Wait, guys, I'm not visible yet. I haven't cast a spell.
It's
You
a
did-
spell
Grab
or an
them.
attack.
Your grapple is an
Oh, an
attack,
attack.
so you're now visible.
That's dumb.
Otherwise, this would be freaky for her.
And I go, stupid hag, and I go bonk. Anyways, that's my turn.
Alright.
Up
Get them
next,
is up.
get them. Arethia. What
I'm not
up?
next to any of them.
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
As you bumped into an invisible wall earlier.
I like the. Yes, you are.
13 to hit, right? Doesn't hit.
No.
With that, a hoplite appears, who was kind of getting up from the ground. You can tell now that the hag was standing on top of him while he was invisible in order to see over. 15 misses.
Yep.
19.
Yep.
That misses?
Yes, it misses.
Okay, just making sure. Because you're at 20, right? Or
Yes.
20... Yeah, 20. Yeah, so he appears, stab, stab, stab. They all miss. Next
I
up...
was almost scared.
Next up, this other one over here is going to run up to Snail. And he's going to make a few attacks. 14.
14 misses.
7 or 8. 21.
21 will hit.
That is 7 piercing damage against Snail.
Ouchie. Alright.
Next up, the Centaur is gonna go 5. The Centaur actually on his turn, he sees the hag, and not seeing her transform, sees Bard pulling the hag away. What did you do to her? Turn her back! And he's gonna go, jump down, right? And then go, bop, 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 dash, tra, tra, up next to you. And is gonna take, actually they don't take any falling damage. They just dash up to Bard. Yeah, it's 40 feet, but also they're jumping over the banister. So I'm saying they need to use their thing as well.
Good.
Or else they'd be like one off. Alright. Anyways, boogada, 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 boogada. I think that's
3.
it. That's the 3 of them. So up next, Aretha.
All right, Snail. Thank you. I'm gonna switch out. Hit my
The
Path
Ska
of Glory
Blade.
and the Ska Blade, and I'm going to. Snail looks hurt, so I'll. Oh man, this is rough. Bonus action, I'm going to hover man over here and attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
15
22.
plus. Nice, that hits. Roll damage.
Another 5 force damage.
Alright. They are down
I've
to this. Nice.
Rolled a 1 on 3 of those attacks.
We love
Alright.
to see it.
And then I'm gonna be like, you home, smell you later. I'm leaving their range of attack.
Yep. So they'll make one opportunity attack against you. That is a 11 to hit.
Okay, I'll leave his range of attack.
Yep. As he's kind of like reaching over the banister. That's a 23.
That'll hit me.
As you're flying through the air, you take 7 piercing, which kind of knocks you a little bit.
Ow.
Alright.
Okay, that's 10 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
35.
Alright. You're right up
I have
there.
an action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make an attack here. Does a 16 hit?
The 16. Do you have advantage because they're grappled?
No.
No, that's right.
Why not? I'm
16,
holding
16 does not hit, since you're also not flanking.
All right. 13 also doesn't hit.
Let me...
She, as you go in with one of your hits, she grabs the spear and just throws it back at you. on the last one.
Wow, she is so small and angry.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. Up next, Marin.
Right. Is Horseman trying to beat up?
There's no horseman.
Centaurman.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's okay.
No.
I'm just correcting your usage.
Yeah.
You're good.
So he's attacking.
Bard.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I want it to work, so I'm gonna cast Hold Person again.
Centaurs are actually fey. So I think
Does
that
it-
instantly fails.
Does it? It says
They
humanoid.
are not humanoid.
Oh.
Centaurs and satyrs are not humanoid. But
Never
like
mind then.
I ruled that as, you know, they're not humanoid, but I feel like Hold Person's supposed to work against them. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it should work.
If you're a player character, I feel like you should be a humanoid.
Yeah. Well, I know that
But you
in
can't use it against,
Theros,
like-
it's all like fey, right?
Mhm. You can't use it against other stat block creatures.
Yeah. We'll
It
say
might not work against a hag, like fairy folk.
yeah. But I mean, I feel like it should work against centaurs and satyrs, at least for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's a good way is that if there are people in the party that are the same race as that, then it
Yeah.
it should
Well, because a lot of the monstrous races are even just humanoid as well.
yeah. So like
We'll-
I guess the
we'll say-
decision is if it doesn't work for Hold Person on them, then neither
We'll say specifically
Bard
for
nor
hold
Rika.
person, centaurs and satyrs count, despite being fey, so that you don't have to use hold monster against them.
Okay.
And we'll
And,
say
I mean-
that's the ruling for when you guys cast it. For enemies, it'll just be normal for now.
you sure?
Yeah. And we might change that if it comes up.
Okay. Well, I will cast it then.
But it's just
So-
kind of funky that if there's like just a civilian centaur, they're not like innately magical other than being, you know, fey, I guess. And you cast like a level 9 hold person and they're like, "No, I'm not a person."
You need hold monster for me.
Yeah, you need hold monster, babe. Sorry. So you cast hold person, they make a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
All right. That is a 1 plus
Alright.
like
Hey.
nothing.
He is paralyzed. He can't do shit.
He is now paralyzed and he makes a save at the end of his next turn, right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
And I'm concentrated on it.
So you're no
So-
longer. Oh wait, no, you don't need concentration for spiritual weapon.
No, spiritual weapon. And then
Yeah, this is like the 7th turn spin out, I think. It's getting ready to poof.
10. And then
It floats down a little bit.
down for 10 feet, and now I'm going to hit her.
All right, roll to hit.
It's getting ready. It's dying, but that's okay. I keep our splits. Oh man, 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, because I moved.
You
She
schmooved.
moved. I'm
You
holding.
bonused. You actioned. Up
So-
next is Eris. Eris, who is now grappled by Bard, is unhappy. She says no bueno with this. As you're holding her arm, wielding the wand, she grabs into her other pocket, and pulls out what seems to be a lustrous black gem.
Oh.
Oh.
And she lifts it into the air, and as she does, her entire body disappears into a sparkle of etherealness. Wink, wink.
Wow. Did she do drugs?
Maybe.
She's on a trip.
So you see her disappear.
That's not very poggers.
Like disappear in like the way that like can't see anymore, or disappear as in she's like just straight up gone?
You
do
can't
you
see
think?
her.
Can
Do I
Bard
feel
feel
her?
her?
Yeah, Bard would know.
Bard, you can
Yeah.
no longer feel the hag in your grip.
All right. I will tell the party about that on my turn.
Skitter, 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 skitter. And that is Eris's turn. Up next, May.
God damn it. There goes kind of my plan, which was to shoot her.
A good plan.
I guess Snail's gonna move to here.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed
Snail.
like there was something invisible behind this boy. Does he get a beat on that?
Yeah, also at the beginning of Snail's turn, there was something that moved last turn. Right here above Snail. Can you see? Oh no, I don't. Here. Right here above Snail. And to the
Okay.
left of this hoplite, Snail senses two small things flying. Actually, I think they're size tiny. Yeah, they're size tiny.
All right. Is the one here within biting distance?
Yeah.
All right. Snail's gonna take a chomp at that.
All right. Roll to hit.
Remind myself of my bonus again real quick. +6, okay. That's a 13 to chomp.
13 just hits. Roll damage. And Snail's chomps aren't magical at all yet, right?
I don't believe so.
I think that's like the 6th level Beastmaster?
Yeah, that comes later.
Yeah. Okay.
This is +5, okay. Sorry, I just have a lot of pages with two, well, like 1.5 characters to keep track of. That's 9 points of non-magical piercing damage, and then it is grappled.
All right. It is grappled. That's for sure. All right. Snail's now
And
grappling
then-
a tiny flying creature.
And then Snail's gonna whack it with the end of its tail.
Thwap.
And these will both be combined my attack action.
Yep.
That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits. Roll damage.
And that's 7 more points of non-magical damage.
Okay. Yeah. That thing is still living. Snail is still
All right.
holding it as it's trying to get away.
I don't believe I can allow Snail to attack anymore. So with my bonus action, I'm going to...
Oh,
I'm
also
going
you
to-
attacked it. It makes concentration saves.
Oh, yeah.
It fails one of them. So, broop. You see it appear.
Okay, then. Would that have happened on the first one? On the
No,
first
it's the
attack?
second one.
Okay. All right, then.
The second attack
that
is what
doesn't-
revealed it.
That doesn't change anything. So I'll use my bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike, and I will move 5, 15, 20, 30 feet to here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Up next, Bard. Bard.
Hi.
There is a centaur to your left who is paralyzed, and the hag is gone.
Alright, so first off, I go, shit, they're gone. And I turn to the centaur and I lie straight to the face and I say, that wasn't Eris. That was a hag and I was trying to stop them because Eris ran out those back doors.
That
You should go and try to get her.
Oh, that's the lie.
Yeah, I was like, all of that was true.
It's like, hold
until
on.
the
No, it
very
wasn't.
end.
No, that Eris. That I mean,
She
yeah. I
said they
guess
were different
technically.
people.
Yeah.
Oh,
A-
okay, okay.
Anyways, yes.
So you're
you
using your
should go and
action
get her.
to make a deception against them.
Yes.
All right, they will roll insight against you. What'd you roll?
That goes up to a 10, so 19.
19. All right, their 14 does not beat that.
They
So
gotta fucking go.
they don't respond in any way as they are paralyzed.
Yep.
So you're unable to
Yeah.
tell whether it was successful or not. But you feel like you did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident about my lion. I'm a pretty good liar at this point. I did go to school for it, so that's pretty cool. So then now for the rest of my turn, I see my friends doing shit, and I go, "Oh shit, yo, Orethia, you're not looking too hot." So I'm gonna give them a little bit of a healy heal, a bit of a healy heal.
A little bit of a healy heal. A little
So
bit
it's,
of a
like
healy
34.
heal.
So I'll give them like a. I'll give them a third level healing word. So it's,
Dang.
I know, right?
Slamming.
Alright. Bam. There you go.
9.
No.
Pumping,
Did
healing right
not
down
help
the
that.
glizzy.
You rolled a 4, a 1, a 1. Wait, why did it only add +3? It should be 3d4 plus 5. Oh, no, wait, no. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. It's Marin who has the 20 wisdom.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's me, bitch.
All right, that's
Alright,
9.
I hope you feel better soon, friend.
All right.
And that ends my turn.
And at the end of your turn, we're gonna, out of character, you said you wanted to be done by 9, right? So we'll finish up here.
Yep.
All right, on the Get Them's turns, this imp right here, who's now been revealed, has lost concentration. And this hoplite to their right, this hoplite to their right, click, begins to scream and grab at his head again. But the one to Snail's left is going to attack at Snail. Boogada, 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 boogada. Wow! That is a 8 to hit, a 13 to hit, and an 8 to hit.
Nope.
Both, all 3 javelin attacks miss. And with
They're not
that,
used to trying to javelin a snail.
I think we will end the session.
Little sneaky snail.
Nearing the end of combat here.
Sneaky boy.
One hoplite's yelling, the other one seems just fine. And the hag has disappeared, while a centaur is
we-
paralyzed.
Talk out the end of combat, or are we just gonna stop here?
We'll pick it up next time,
Okay.
where we left off.
Beans. Well, I am gonna go get some groceries because I'm all out of food.
I'm gonna go to work.
Yeah.
Good luck, hug.
All right. Thank you for the session.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you
it
so
was a good
much.
one.
For Tiny Hag.
Tiny hag.
You know, you didn't kill me, which I was surprised about.
Wow, Riley's just gonna wipe the party, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are
I
these
thought it
invisible
was
imps
possible.
doing? Whoa, this is crazy.
Oh, wait.
Wait a
Why are
second,
they all
why
next to a hoplite?
is everyone invisible?
Great. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.